Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Anselmo Torres III. Anselmo is the National Account Manager at Sustainability Solutions. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Anselmo.
Hey, thank you.
Anselmo, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
Anselmo, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to become the national sales, the best person on the planet at Sustainable Solutions,
Yes. So I basically got into it because I'm passionate about water conservation. I grew up, my dad is an engineer, so it's always about sustainability and efficiencies. So that kind of carried on throughout my professional career. And I found some opportunities for sustainability and improving efficiencies in water. And that's why I'm here at Sustainability Solutions now.
Wonderful. So your dad was your inspiration.
Absolutely. He taught me a lot about efficiencies, always looking for a way to do it simpler and easier and not harder.
Simpler, easier, and not harder.
Yeah.
Let's see. How are you ready for the tough questions? You're going to give away all your secrets about your successes and failures?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And Salmon, what are your top 3 mistakes to avoid in a sales? As being a national account manager, I'm sure that's it, like ultimate title you'll earn it throughout your career. So now we are greedy when it comes to learning. Okay. So what are the top 3 mistakes to avoid so we can learn model from you?
So I would say one of the first mistakes is that I didn't understand what their actual problem was, right? It's very hard to provide a solution to somebody if you don't actually know what their problem is. So I would say dig deeper to really understand their pain point, what that problem is, so that I can provide a solution that solves that specific pain point. So that's number one. Number 2, I would say, is not following up enough, right? Just because it's my priority may not mean it's their priority. So following up or even asking them, hey, when is a good time to follow up with you and get, discuss this in further detail. So following up is key. And I'd say the third one is having the confidence, right, in yourself and understanding that, hey, even if they tell you no, it's not the end of the world. You just keep moving on to the next door.
Yeah, this is good, man. James, this is amazing. Top 3. You put it wonderfully. Not understanding their problem.
Yeah.
Not following up.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a mentor, he was saying, until they buy or they are dead, you are following up, and does not matter what it is.
Yes, absolutely. Follow up is key. I mean, I think,
and most of the salespeople, they only follow up 1.5 times and they're done,
Yeah, what is the statistic on how many times that you actually have to follow up before you finally get that yes? It's multiple. It's more than...
Yeah, I heard it's a 7.
Yes.
However, I practice 17 times or 2 years, whatever come first.
That's 17 times. Wow.
Yeah, I followed up 17, 1-7.
Yeah.
Or 2 years, whatever come first. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some. I got to improve my follow up then to reach those numbers.
Okay, and Salmo, as a salesperson, I'm sure you kind of bumped a few times in your career. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what are your greatest failure story and what did you learn from it and how did you recover from that?
So one of my greatest failure stories was that I was actually in college. It was a job that I took during the summer. And it was replacing light bulbs in libraries. Very simple, use your hands. What I realized was that our supervisor was getting onto us because we were not hitting our metrics in terms of, getting finishing a building in time.
Mhm.
I was frustrated because I felt like I was doing the work. Went home and said something's not right here. Well, the supervisor was actually including his hours in that project and not doing any work. So he was just sitting on the sidelines. So it was up to us to step up and do that work. Well, I approached him the next day and said, hey, look, I think we're not hitting our metrics because you're including your numbers in there and you aren't helping us accomplish this task. Well, that was my last day there because he let me go immediately after that. But what I learned from that is it's okay to speak up, right? If something doesn't make sense, ask questions. If it's not the right situation, there's going to be another door for me. So, I'm glad that I asked that question. It wasn't going to be a fun summer if that's the way things were going to continue to go. So I had to. And again, like I said, that was my last day there. I did learn right away that, hey, I don't want to change light bulbs the rest of my life. There's better opportunities out there for me.
And they say rest is history,
The rest is history. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, Anselmo, let's talk about enough about your mistakes and enough about your failure story. I'm going to switch aside to a 180 angle to your success secrets.
Yeah.
So, to get there where you are in your life as a salesperson, and what are the top 3 success secrets? Before you answer it, I just want you to know we are greedy when it comes to learning from others. Okay, so give us your best ones, please.
So confidence and passion in what you are selling specifically. So I really believe about water conservation. So it's easy for me to sell water conservation to my audience or whoever I'm speaking to. So I really would suggest believing in the product you are selling. That is number one key because people can see right through it if it's just you're just blowing smoke. That's one key. I would say, what is your why? What drives you every day? Is it financial? Is it family? Is it freedom? But really understand that why, so that drives you every day, right? So understand the why. You said 3, right?
Yeah.
The third one I would say is the confidence, right? Having confidence in your abilities. So, understanding your market, understanding your industry, understanding your product, so that when you are speaking to somebody, you are coming from a place of confidence. So those are my top 3.
Yeah. Anselmo, I'm being greedy again, for knowledge. Give us one or two more bonus tips for success, because these are really impactful one what you just shared.
Yeah. Persistence as well. I would say persistence is key, especially in a sales role, because you're going to get a lot of no's. You are, absolutely. It's kind of like golf, where you can hit 10 really bad shots, but it's that one good shot that you hit that keeps you excited and wanting to play more. So I'd say the same thing is with sales, is that persistence to keep going. I would also say too, every valley is followed by a peak, right? So when you are struggling and when it's difficult and you feel like you're not going to get anything good accomplished or any yeses, understand that every valley is followed by a peak. So keep going, because that peak is in the distance.
Yeah, I never quit. Never quit. In a sales role, I'm going to ask a follow-up question. You get a lot of no's, you get, oh my God, this person, everybody hang up on me today. And it's like a down moments.
Oh yeah.
What keeps you going in your down moment?
Something as simple as like going for a walk, right? Hey, just step away from it for a little bit, take a walk around the building or take a walk outside just to get some fresh air. That really helps me. It puts a lot of things into perspective, makes me relax, and gets me right back into it. So I really say something just as simple as a walk, or even, sometimes I'll do push-ups for whatever reason. just to do a little quick exercise, just to get the blood flowing again.
Yeah. No, that's a quick reset button, basically,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and Selma, I'm going to prove it. I'm greedy when it comes to knowledge. So, in sales, you make a lot of cold calls. That's a part of your sales. Maybe not now because others are doing it on your behalf.
Yeah.
You have a team to manage. However, you still recall when you cold calling is the hardest thing because stranger is calling is trying to kind of sell you something, and the person will say, "Who is this guy?" It's like not in a good mood to start with. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
How you open up this cold call?
So I like to use LinkedIn, right? Because I've kind of eliminated that cold call by doing some quick research on who I'm speaking to, kind of what their history is, what their educational background, what their work history is, so that when I do get them on the phone, I have a little bit of background on them, and I can bring that up, and I can relate to that and have a conversation around that. So it kind of breaks down that wall. I also think what's key about using LinkedIn is if I am calling into an organization, I already know who that decision maker is. So I'm asking for them right away.
Yeah.
I don't have to, deal with the gatekeeper or the receptionist or whoever that is to get to the person that I need to speak with.
So if I call you at your organization, I'm going to say, "Is Anselmo available?" Who is this? Yeah, this is Siddique. His LinkedIn friend, LinkedIn connection or something. Just like we already know each other that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It takes down that wall a little bit. It's a lot easier to get through.
Yeah. So then they say, "Oh, can I transfer my call to the national account manager?" They will never do it. It's completely different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, just the fact that you know who you're asking for makes a key difference.
Absolutely. Is there a better way? I just said it because we are just talking.
No, that's really what I use a lot, and I think that has been very effective lately, especially in this current environment. Where it's harder to meet people out at conferences and shake a hand. So really digging in and doing some quick research on the front side.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Selmo, how people who are watching this right now can support you?
So the best way to do is to go to our website. So it's sasconserve.com. We are a nationwide water conservation service provider. So if you'd love to have a conversation about the impacts of water conservation on your multifamily property, please go to the website.
Every multifamily property should be using your solution.
Hey, you said it, not me. So yes, absolutely. Yeah. I completely agree.
And take that sound bite, send it everywhere else. Siddique, the host of Growth Hacking Secrets Show, said this.
Oh, I am going to use that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So SAS, SAS, conserve, conserve.com.
Yes.
What's the benefit of using this, your solution, for a multifamily owner who want to save the most money and get the best buck for their ROI, because that's what they do.
Yes.
So why they should be using your?
So we help owners of multifamily properties reduce their water and sewer expenses anywhere from 20 to 40% through the installation of ultra high efficiency toilets, shower heads, and aerators. As you know, water and sewer rates are going to continue to increase forever. So the best way to reduce that expense is through reducing the consumption. And that's where we come into play.
Is that okay if I make an introduction to someone who has a 5,000 units doors, and someone has a 3,000 doors, and someone has a 1,200 doors?
Absolutely. We love those introductions.
Is it okay?
Yes, please do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So because I know so many people in that space, in fact, many big ones are like in my network. So I'm happy to talk offline after this. So, okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So much. See, that's the purpose of being a guest on the show. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you are glad you made the decision to come on the show.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me on the show and giving me this opportunity. Appreciate it.
So as we are about to wrap up, I'd like to have your experience on today's guest experience on the Growth Hacking Secret Show. What would you say about your today's guest experience on growth hacking secrets.
I loved it. Not only do I like the format, I like how it's quick and right to the point. You really answered you asked some great questions. I hope
Okay.
some great
I
feedback.
apologize, Anselmo. There's something happened to this tool, and stay there. I will come back. I
Okay.
apologize. This happened right. And technology issue is not me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay there, please. I will come back. I
Okay.
apologize. People who are watching this live, I will be back in a few minutes. Okay. I apologize. I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, do you mind answering this question again? Because that's when the issue came.
Yeah.
What
Absolutely.
would you say about your today's guest experience on Growth Hacking Secret Show?
So I loved it. Everything from the emails up front, the notifications up front, the reminders, everything has been professional, top notch. And then the questions, you really asked some great questions, and I hope that my answers can be help somebody else that's listening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anselmo Torres III, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.